Another one of the names racing for that championship has got to be Tony Pedregon, and he's the only one in the top four who's got championship experience, having won a championship not once, but twice. Plus, he's one of only 3 drivers to run 4.041 seconds. Along with Mike Neff and his brother, Tony Pedregon is here to talk Funny Car Championship points with us on NHRA Race Day. Good morning, Tony, and thank you for joining us. And let's talk about the experience that the previous championships that you have might play in this. Jack Beckman, Robert Hight, Tim Wilkerson, they do not have that experience. You do.
Well, I woke up this morning and I felt like I've been in this situation before a few times recently, where it comes down to the wire. You wake up and, you know, a couple races to go, and this is late in the third quarter, and you know, everybody's throwing bombs. But I tell you, Tim's been he's been out here doing this a long time. Robert, you know, these drivers, Beckman, they keep getting better and better every year. They get more experience and they're hungry. I hope that the experience makes a little bit of a difference competitively, because mentally there are a lot of challenges, and you know, this is as much a mental game as it is a performance. So I hope down the road that it doesn't move me as much as they do. But I really feel confident, because we haven't had the car that we know that we have that has won us championships, and we're capable. It hasn't been performing up to our capabilities. Or we set the bar pretty high, and coming into this race, we really did a lot of work to try to improve our qualifying, because we've given up a round and a half just in qualifying points. So at this point, we've really achieved that, and you know, this is the kind of weather Dickie loves to race in.
Well, I know, Tony. I mean, if I was a car owner, there's no other driver I'd want to have in that seat, because you are so good under pressure. Last year against Ashley Forrest, you beat her on a hole shot in Las Vegas, which really helps seal the deal looking back at winning that championship, because it helped you with Robert Hight. Otherwise, he possibly could have done it. So I know you are definitely the pressure driver, but what area do you think you really need to work on the most to get your third Powerade championship?
Well, you know, as drivers are tested every day, and you know, I've been fortunate that confidence is a big part of it for me. Right now, I've got a lot more confidence in my car than I did a couple of weeks ago, and I think that's really going to make the difference. But you know, I've got a lot of respect for the other drivers, and it's not just Robert, it's not just Wilkerson and Beckman. It's Cruz and Ashley. There's some other drivers. Cruz out-qualified me. He's #1. So we've got a lot of good cars that we got to compete with, but we realize that at the end of the day, we do have to make it to that final round, and if Tim gets beat early, that ain't going to help hurt us either.
Well, Mike, sit back, take 5 minutes. We're going to take the spotlight off of you, put it on Tony Pedregon. He's going to help us with our E3 upset alert. Who do you like? Let me guess. Tim Wilkerson, Ashley Forrest. I'm
going to look at the biggest matchup of the day, and that is Tim Wilkerson. That's Ashley Forrest. Now, Tim's been doing it all year. He's been the guy, but I tell you, he's been shining when the conditions are hot, and that is when he is at his best. Ashley Forrest has been setting low ET at a lot of these races. That car does perform. She's been improving as a driver. So, Tim, I hate to say it, but Ashley, she is going to take you down today.
After all, it is cool. How's Timmy handling the pressure? Let's find out, Garen.
It's funny that Tony mentions that, because Tim was just bemoaning the fact a few moments ago. He's looking around and saying, man, I wish the sun would shine, because he's been so good in the hot weather. These conditions, man, it's horsepower that may be king, but you do have the luxury of a 4-round lead. Any chance of playing it a little conservative?
No, I don't think you're going to see that at all. I don't think the 4-round lead's enough by any means. You got the Pedregons, the Forces, got them guys all on our heels, right? We got to keep them guys back where they belong, back behind us, and I don't know. It's going to be a tough day. I wish the sun was shining. You're absolutely right. I don't know why it's not 90 and sunny. Dang it. What's the deal with that? But, oh, hey, we got a good car, and I think we got something for Miss Ashley. We'll see. And if not, hey, we'll drag our junk to Vegas and try again. But we're going to do the best we can do, and it's going to be a good weekend for Levi Ranchaub.
We should point out that when he and Ashley faced in the first round last month at Charlotte, she got the nod. But since that time, he said, we're going to be more aggressive. What have they done? 8 straight rounds of elimination wins.
Good stuff. And how aggressive has he been? Take a look at the numbers. 71 points. Better than Tony and Jack Beckman, who are now officially tied for second. Robert right there in the mix as well. Tony, quickly about your first round matchup. Jerry Tolliver.
Look for Quaker State for Snap-on Tools for great stuff. They've been beating up on us when we have not been at our best. I think this is the kind of racing that we like to shine in. Good conditions. Today we got to make some ground on them.
Who loves funny car? Tony, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for joining us here on NHRA Race Day, and best of luck.